ومن أحسن قولا ممن دعا إلى الله وعمل صالحا وقال إنني من المسلمين.
Rahmatullah, this is your brother Uthman ibn Farouk here with our brothers from the One Message Foundation in my hometown, in my stomping grounds, Balboa Park. We're giving da'wah here. Last night we were in LA, the weekend before that we were in New York. From the east coast to the west, everywhere in the middle and all over the world, the da'wah never stops. We believe in one God. We believe Jesus was a prophet of God. We believe Abraham, Moses, Muhammad, peace be upon all of them, were all prophets. We love them all, we respect them, but we don't worship them. We worship the one God above. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
It does, right? So you believe in one God?
Yes.
Do you believe God sent prophets like Abraham, Moses, Jesus, Muhammad as prophets?
Not sure.
So think about it, right? Like God created the universe, right? And He created us. We agree on that one, right? If you create something new, would you give it some instructions how to live, how to be, how to function, right? Like when you buy a new phone, you get a new user manual with it, you get a new laptop, you get a user manual, right? So the God that's more intelligent than us, when He created this universe, created this world, created us, don't you think He would give us some kind of guidelines how to live? Does that make sense?
Makes sense.
Right, so those are the prophets that bring a message, right? Like all the way from Adam to Noah to Abraham to Moses to David to Solomon to Jesus to Muhammad, peace be upon all of them. They all brought one message. Believe in one God. Don't worship idols. Don't worship people. Don't worship anything else. Follow the prophet of your time. So in the time of Abraham, you follow Abraham. In the time of Moses, you follow Moses. In the time of Jesus, you follow Jesus. In the time of Muhammad, you follow Muhammad. Peace and blessings be upon all of them. Make sense? Right?
Makes sense.
What do you think? I mean, does something not sit right, or does that really...
But like, how do you know which book is the correct one?
Good question, great question. See, in Islam, we believe that all of the messengers brought a true message. Like Jesus, the message he taught his people was good. But then later people changed it, right? Like the Bible today, if you look at it, this is the Christian Bible, you'll see all kinds of contradictions. Let me show you one, right? This is in Genesis 46:27. It says, and the sons of Joseph, who were born to him in Egypt, were two persons. All the persons of the house of Jacob that went to Egypt were 70. So when Jacob, he took his family and went to Joseph, how many were there? 70, right? But in the same Bible, when you go in the New Testament, this is in Acts, right? 7:14. Then Joseph sent and called his father Jacob, and all his relatives to him were 75 people. What was it, 70 or 75? You see the contradiction between the two?
Maybe typo.
Typo, exactly. So the Word of God can't have typos, right? This is why we know that people made these kinds of mistakes, and I can show you 100 of them, right? So then we know that's not the true preserved Word of God. But the Quran, on the other hand, has no typos, no mistakes, no contradictions. It's memorized 100% from front to back. Fatiha to Nas, first chapter to end. Millions of people across the world today have memorized it, right? So no typo can affect it. We have manuscripts. That's why everywhere in the world you see just one Quran, right? Does that make sense?
I don't know anything about it.
Well, here it is. It's a gift for you, right? It's in English. It's easy to read. The preserved, perfect words of God, right? So when we know that there is a book that's perfectly preserved and another one with typos, which one would you follow?
I don't know yet.
I'm saying as a question, if we know one has typos, right, and the other doesn't, which one would you follow if you know that to be the case?
That one is a collection of different books.
Yes. So this one is one book. It has 114 chapters. Okay? But in this book, as we just looked at, there are mistakes, typos, copy errors.
We don't know if it's just that translation.
No, this is the King James version, the most read one in the world, right? But if you go...
Doesn't mean it's the most accurate.
Sure. So go home, check the NIV version, check all the other versions, right? All of them you'll find mistakes. I have every version of the Bible that I could find. In my library, I have one whole shelf, just different versions of the Bible. even the ones that have changed things like NIV still have contradictions.
So if I only read one book in the Bible,
Uh-huh.
it won't have contradictions.
It will.
Like what you said.
It will because let me show you, okay? Now this is how did Saul die, okay? In 2 Samuel, it mentioned then Saul was leaning on his spear and he intended the chariots and horsemen followed hard after him. Now that we looked behind him, he saw me and he called me and I answered, here I am. And he said to me, who are you? I answered, I am an Amalekite. He said to me again, please stand over me and kill me, for anguish has come upon me, but my life still remains in me. So I stood over him and killed him. So Saul, here in the Old Testament, in the 2 Samuel book, it says that Amalekite killed him, right? In the same book now, we're not even going to a different book of the Bible. In 2 Samuel, now in 21:12, it says, then David went and took the bones of Saul and the bones of Jonathan his son from the men of Jabesh, Gilad, who had stolen them from the street of Bethshan, where the Philistines had hung him up after the Philistines had struck down Saul. So how did he die?
Two books though.
No, it's the same book. 2 Samuel?
Yeah, and First Samuel.
No. 2 Samuel.
Let me.
The same book.
I'll ask my preacher.
Okay. Take a look at your preacher and check out One Message Foundation. You'll see many of these.
Okay.
So even in the same book, they contradict.
Okay.
Have a good day. We believe in one God. We love Jesus. We love Abraham. We love Moses. We love Muhammad. We say peace and blessings be upon all of them. We don't worship any of them, but we believe in them as prophets.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yeah.
Good.
Awesome.
Any questions?
No questions.
All right, nice. Well,
Thank you.
have a good day.
You too.
We got Spanish. You want Chinese? We can hook you up. Do you know about Islam already, or?
Oh yeah, I'm pretty familiar.
All right, cool.
Any information about Islam? Maybe. Sometime.
If you got any questions, let us know. And
Thank you.
mashallah.
Yeah, but I'm actually moving right now, so I don't want to take
Don't worry about it. Where are you from?
India.
India, mashallah. What's your name?
Beto.
Me too. Nice to meet you. My name is Uthman.
Yes, nice to meet
So do you believe in God already, or?
Oh no, I'm not really. I don't really practice any religion.
No, I'm not saying practice. I'm just saying, do you believe there is a God, or do you think like?
No, I'm not sure. To be honest.
Yeah.
I believe in humans, you know.
I believe in humans too. They exist.
Preferred belief.
Right. I mean, I'm all for believing in your fellow man and all that. But I'm saying is, like, if you think about this universe, the perfection that it's in, like if I was to tell you that this phone wasn't created by anybody, by itself, I believe in the phone. But you know that somebody made the phone. It's got intelligent design, right? But don't you think the humans have more intelligent design than that?
Well, the problem is you can never. They might have been, or they might have not have, right? So.
I mean, would you really believe that the phone didn't have a creator? It just came by itself? Would you really believe that? You think there's a possibility just over billions of years, grains of sand became this?
No, but the person who built it had an idea from somewhere, right? And
True.
It came from somewhere and could have come from anywhere too.
But you do agree that somebody built it. It didn't come by itself. But the human and the universe is more complex. So there had to be somebody that created it, right?
Maybe. I don't know.
Does that make sense to you though?
It makes sense to me.
All right, good. That's a step.
It's completely possible.
All
I
right.
have no idea how to test any of it.
Well, you can start by reading, but when you're done moving, have a good day.
قولا ممن دعا إلى الله وعمل صالحا وقال إنني من المسلمين